Welcome back to Let's Play Nier Autobots. We just finished up talking to... I forget who we finished up talking to. What did we do last time? We're doing quests. Now, that may not seem like a big deal, but this is... It's not that big a deal. It's actually, should be our final splurge to finishing quests in this game. There's no good point in this game, like, just before the end in order to do quests. So this is largely going to be it. We're going to be finishing up most of the quests available in this game.
Notification received from access point.
Oh, that's spiffy. And then it's just going to be a long drive to get the story done. So there's some robots over here.
Detected in the vicinity of the non-functioning transporter. Jamming signals detected. Hypothesis. Transporter malfunction is due to enemy jamming signals. Proposal. Unit 2B should destroy the enemy.
Is that all of them? Let's check this thing out.
No, it's not all of them. Look. I'm being shot at by a lot of guys. And Emil is just kind of driving by. Would have helped if I had my gun. Holy crap! Yeah, you can't hit me. I'm on the other side of a hill. I had, at some point, the opportunity to use a downed attack on him, and I didn't. That poor moose. I feel bad because, like, now, especially now that the animals aren't aggressive anymore, but we are actually gonna have to kill some of them at some point. Okay, so this one, 6-0 messaged us and said, hey, this thing isn't working, can you go check it out? So here we are. I hit the wrong button. No, I hit the right button. Well, it's working.
I don't see any damage.
Analysis. Transporter is now operational.
This is Yorha Unit 2B. Connect me to Bunker Operator 6-0.
Oh, hello, 2B. Operator 6-0 here.
The transporter was being jammed by machine life forms. It should be working now.
Looks green on my end, 2B. Nice work. I'll let Command know right away. I'll also be sending over a little reward for all your hard work.
Ooh.
Roger.
You know, 2B, I'm a little jealous. Don't get me wrong, I know all this fighting isn't easy for you, but you get to see all these new and amazing things out there. It might be nice to visit the surface sometime, you know? That's all.
I see.
Right. Apologies for the unnecessary chatter. Anyway, Operator 6-0 out.
And I even got mail. I think that's the first time 2B has actually asked to talk to 6-0. Okay, so that's the initial notification. That's our one thing is good. And hey, look at this stuff we got. That was nice. Alright, well, now what are we off to? We're going this way. Now that we got that little one done, there are a few more things that we should probably think about doing while we're in the area. More quests, specifically. There was a dead android back there. And there is always a dead android back there. So we got a couple quests to go over here. For one, Anemone asked us to clear out a small section of forest. That sounds like a good plan. We've also got one or two other things to do over here. A new little quest marker popped up in the shopping mall. Not really sure what it is or what it's about, so that's why we're checking it out. Also, there's a big guy. As long as we go behind him, he shouldn't mind us. Yes, he is aggressive. He's also just blind.
I can't believe the size of the commercial facility. The people of the old world must have led pretty good lives. I bet it was fun to shop back when you had so many choices.
We don't need such things.
Don't be so sure about that. Once we eradicate the machine life forms, us soldiers won't have anything left to do.
It's a fair,
We'll enter
fair point.
a new age of peace. And when that happens, we should go shopping together. I could buy you, I don't know, a t-shirt maybe? Something that looks good on you.
A t-shirt?
What, not interested?
When that day comes, I'm all for it.
That's a promise, right?
Yep.
So specifically, we're in here for this.
That's a strange flower.
Analysis. It is a plant known as a lunar tear.
A lunar tear.
Ah, jeez.
When did you get here?
So this flower is called a lunar tear. Seeing that dredges up all kinds of memories. Some of them are a bit strange, honestly. Like the one where I'm being attacked by a giant boar over and over again. Or another where I keep trying out new parts every time my body is damaged.
Sounds rough.
Something about this flower fills me with an emotion I don't really understand. It's like something's pushing down on my chest really hard. So, do you mind if I ask you a favor? If you find lunar tears growing anywhere else, would you let me know? I want to try and figure out what this feeling is all about. What do you say?
Sure thing, Emil.
Aw, thanks. If you find another lunar tear, just let me know on this frequency, all right? I'm counting on you.
And he aways. So for this quest, we actually need to run around and find all of the lunar tears. And we'll slowly get some of Emil's memories back, which will be a nice... It'll be a nice something for the people who played the previous Nier game. Nier... what was it? Replicant? But also... it'll give just a little bit of a hint into what he's been doing all this time since then. He's big. Butt laser! Okay, so I finally figured out how those little, like, electric panels work. Oh, did I kill him? Good deal. So I finally figured out how the little electrical panels work. And though enemies with shields, typically you cannot shoot, if they have an electric shield up, you also cannot melee them. But what you do is you shoot the shield to get rid of the barrier, and then stab it in order to break the barrier, so you can then finally shoot it. So while I'm here, I'm actually going to grab the next lunar tear. Now, I always thought it'd be real cool if I could get on that, but I don't think you can. That's okay, that's not where the lunar tear is anyway. Before we go where the lunar tear is, however, I'm going to take a brief sidetrack. Man, those guys are excited. These guys are excited. Okay, so now that they're finally done. Taking a brief aside, here, because not only is this going to be the chance for us to finish up pretty much all of the quests, but if we're going to be getting any of the additional weapons or anything of the sort, that's also something we're going to be doing now. So I'm going to make an attempt to also collect all of the weapons. I think I've decided I'm not going to bother upgrading them all. But I am at least going to collect as many as I can collect. In a route. And the first one of which is right here. Okay, there. Took care of him. Now it's just the flyers left. I don't think that'll hit any up. Nope, they just decided to fly right up out of it. These guys are so annoying. These are so hard to hit. I mean, I can shoot them, and that works, I guess. Oh, you know what I can do, though? Oh, I guess that killed him, so it doesn't really matter. So many goodies! And they're all for me. Including this goodie. The Virtuous Grief. This is a weapon, another of the virtuous weapons, and this is in fact one of the weapons that we've never seen before. It's a hand-to-hand weapon. And let me tell you, they're pretty great. I've run around with the punchy weapons for a little bit now, and they're probably my favorite weapons. So I'm gonna be monking it up for a little bit. I am going to punch a guy with another guy's face. Okay, so the lunar tier in this area, now that we've gone through all of that, is over here. This one took me a little bit of time to find, honestly, because I was too stupid to realize that it may be under this thing from a different angle. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a weapon down here. The Dragoon Lance. So we also get a... a lance. Just straight up. That's a lance. Okay, so meanwhile, lunar tier.
This is a lunar tier, right? We'd better let Emil know.
Hey there, guys. What's up?
We found a lunar tier. It's located at...
Stay right there. I'm coming.
Okay. I hope he doesn't expect me to just stand here all day.
Sorry to keep you.
Well.
Oh, hey. Now that I think about it, this whole area was once...
Are you remembering something?
It's all pretty fuzzy, but I seem to have a memory of caring for this flower a long time ago. But the sand kept expanding, and the flowers gradually wilted. Now that I think about it, that was around the same time I stopped seeing people.
You mean humans?
Thanks a bunch for finding this. Really. Oh, and let me know if you find any more, okay? I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
Alright, Emil. So I don't know a lot about the lunar tiers, specifically. But apparently they were very important to the story, and Emil in turn, in the first Nier. Which, also, I was surprised to learn, there were two different versions of the first Nier. There was Nier Replicant, and another one whose name escapes me. And the chief difference between them was the main character was reimagined for a Western audience in one of them, making him a older, beefier guy. Whereas in the Japanese one, he was like a younger dude. Okay, so we're going back to the Resistance camp. Are we? Sure, why not? I got mail.
Mail notification received from access point.
Well, I better check my mail. Hey, it's from 6-0. You already sent us a reward and everything.
Pod?
Understood.
I didn't say anything yet.
The conversation between Operator 6-0 and Unit 2B has been analyzed. Hypothesis. Unit 2B wishes to send Operator 6-0 a gift from the surface, so that she might be able to experience it in some fashion.
That's right.
Proposal. The gift should be a photograph of a rare flower.
You think?
Analysis of historical data indicates that human females enjoyed viewing the reproductive organs of flowering plants. If Unit 2B can procure appropriate image data, it could be uploaded to the bunker. Proposal. Unit 2B should obtain an image of the plant known as the desert rose.
All right.
I like how far removed that analysis is from humanity. Like, derived down to its most analytic, logical form. You know of her. We know she's broken out of the system and kind of likes killing things, I guess. A lot of things, wide variety of things. Doesn't really discriminate. Or at least if she does, we don't really know much about that yet. So we still have some other things to do here. We need to go get more lunar tears. We need to go back here, and here, and here. So we're probably going to be spending an amount of time in the forest. And we can actually also get this right now. You know what? Let's just go ahead and get that one now, and then next time we'll go to the forest.
She wants intel on A2, does she? Where should we start?
We could check out the energy reactions generated during battles. The fusion reactors of androids and machine life forms shut down when they're destroyed. And we can detect the energy release during that process. We're the only units doing any combat missions in this area, right? So if we detect any stray energy reactions, it probably means A2 is involved. Yeah, okay. We've got some readings around the abandoned factory. I'll put it on the map.
Alright. Okay, so this one was a little bit frustrating for me, because I've apparently been able to get to this one for a long time. It's just this weird little spot way out here in the middle of the desert. And as it turns out, I was under the impression that there was something that I had to do that I couldn't figure out in order to open up this little area to get to. And as it turns out, no, there's not. Because I just get out this far and I start hitting an invisible wall. Like, look where my footsteps are. It's an invisible wall. Right there. So I figured, okay, something about the sandstorm. Something that'll happen later. And not quite. You just kinda go a little bit further and then it opens up and then you're here.
Okay, that's all the coordinates that Resistance member wanted. I'll be honest though, I don't quite get why she cares about these particular photos.
Everyone has memories that are precious for one reason or another. It's not for us to judge their value. They're important to her. That's all we need to know.
Yeah, I guess.
For as cold as 2B is most of the time, between this little bit of wanting to do something for 6-0 and lines like that she says every now and then, you really, at least as if you're paying attention, you really get the feeling that 2B's carrying some baggage, I guess. Chest we can't open, and then we're going back. So that's about it for this oasis. Not a lot here, really. But with that said, we can now leave right out the way we came back. I'm going to... long as I'm out here, let's just go for another minute. And go grab that desert rose. It's right out here. It's not that far. It's just going to take a little bit of a run to get there because we got to go across the whole desert. There's the duder standing right up here on the left. There he is. That just tells you, hey, that's a pretty rockin' sandstorm. And he's right. It's a pretty rockin' sandstorm. Is it a he? I'm saying a he. It may be a lady. I can't tell. They're like all bundled up in coats and things to protect them from the environment. It's a lot of guys. Hi guys, how you doing? I should change off this lance. I should also upgrade these punchers because punching things, man. Hey, chest. Speed cell. Go me. Okay, so it should be... I see, like, the 500 quest markers over here, so it's got to be over here somewhere. But if we check the map, we can see that it's right there. We don't have much longer to go now, and then we can grab our final thing. And then we'll have the Desert Rose, that we can send to 6-0, and I'm sure it'll make her happy. Zoom. Okay, so it's right around here somewhere. But first, I gotta kill all of your sorry butts. I love how direct this is. Like, you just run up to him and go, bop! Bop, bop! It's alright. Small recovery.
Han, take a photograph of the Desert Rose and send it
There
to
we
Operator
are.
60.
Affirmative. Image data transfer complete.
Yay!
2B, this is Operator 60. Pick up!
2B here. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for the picture. So this is a desert rose, huh? It seems almost mystical. There must just be a bounty of nature down there, huh?
Some, yes. I've seen lilies, cherry blossoms, daffodils, and even lunar tears. I'll try to send more if I can.
Oh, 2B, I'm going to treasure this forever. Oh, and I'm going to send you a proper thank you mail later, so keep an eye out for it. Bye!
6-0, you're alright. You know, you don't hear much about that one, but that's a ship I could get behind. But that'll do it for today. Until next time, everyone, we should be done out in the desert. At least for now. So, next time, we get to head back into the forest for a whole slew of fun.